floating Buddha. We keep our legs wide, just kind of in a relaxed position, hips heavy. So try the ankles this time. Mark, we're going to move floating Buddhas. So chilaxins at the knees, floating Buddhas at the ankles, because this is where the happy place is. Just open your arms up wide. So this is wide straddle T, and then if you lean back, hips stay heavy, if you lean back, we come through our star. So all of the same vinyasa flows we're going to translate into the floating Buddha. Clasp your hands behind your head, right? Chillax in arms, and then see if you can get a little swagger going. It's called windshield wipers. You just press one foot down, and then the other foot down, legs straight. There you go. And then you get a little harmonic motion to the sides. So the more we drop our hips, the more we're going to allow that stretch to naturally happen through the side body. We're really starting to open up the whole IT band area here. Just nice and easy. That's our style. Okay, yeah, really take your time just getting to know the swing, just enjoying that support. So back bends and inversions, that's what I usually use the swing for. We've been doing a lot of back bending. We're going to get into some inversions, and we'll play with some flips since we have like our little play shop lab time. We get to really just explore, so it's really fun. Have like a intimate setting. So we're going to come back through neutral, wide straddle T. We open it up. Let's come into some floating pigeon poses. Let's bend the right knee in. Grab for the leg loop. Remember, our arms stay wrapped around. Grab for the leg loop and pull it towards you. So when the hips drop, we get a really nice stretch to the glute. So see if you can drop the hips even more. So sometimes it's easy to go like this, but we're going to drop. Just drop. The arms need a break, we'll take a break. So just let that happen. Nice deep breaths. And then we slowly release, open it up, wide straddle T. This is always our neutralizing pose. And then second side, left foot comes in, holding on strongly, and then drop the hips. So we let the foot kind of come towards our chest, and then the hips drop down. There we go. Just a slightly different pose. Ooh la la. Such a good stretch, yeah? Okay, one more deep breath. And then we're going to release, exhale. Let's do the second side, first side, one more time. Right foot bends in, we grab. This time we're going to try pushing the knee down towards the ground. So I hold on with my left. My right hand is assisting my knee. So now my hips are lifting. You see I'm tilting and allowing the knee to come down towards the ground. Breathe into that. I call this the money pose because it stretches like the whole piriformis out. This is like totally money. It's like impossible to stretch that part of the body, the whole like iliac crest. It's like amazing. I've never had anything stretch like this. It's just like, what? Yeah, and the more you relax, the deeper the stretch. It's just incredible. So from here, we're going to pop into our side trace. So reach up a little bit higher with the left. Keep holding on. The bottom of the foot is going to find the inner thigh, and then we can release our right hand out. So my hips press into one plane. Yeah, you got it. Beautiful, just work with the wall. Work with the structure. There we go. Beautiful. So as I press my hips forward, I kind of arch and lean back, and then it turns into flying ninja. And then I'm going to slowly come back through neutral, come back through the wide straddle T, pause. Whew. Let all that happen through here, and then second side. So we first come in through the pigeon, so hold on with both hands. Then let the knees start to traction down towards the ground. Left hand helps. It's actually the inner thigh spiraling down. And then I lift my right hip, and then the whole side body into the iliac crest is going to stretch. Yeah, the more the knee points towards the ground, the deeper the stretch. And this is really tight for a lot of people, so you guys are doing great. This is like really intense. And then I keep going in the same direction. I'm pressing my hips forward, the bottom of the foot finds the inner thigh. I hold a little bit higher with my right hand, and that allows me to fly. Yeah, it's a little weird on the boob, but you just get used to it. Beautiful. So I'm pressing my hips forward, and I'm slightly arching back then. And it turns into flying ninja. So side treat to flying ninja from our floating pigeon. Beautiful, guys. Just let that happen. And then come back through center, neutralize. Why don't we go ahead and just come through the windshield wipers again. So just support the head, chillax in arms, drop the hips. let the legs sway in space. Beautiful. Now notice you can get really crazy and really big in your spins. Just watch out for the walls, of course. But you can really have some fun with it. Or you can just be super mellow about it and be like, okay, it's kind of like banking. You can control the speed by adjusting your legs, right? Isn't that fun? Really good, guys. So yeah. So let's come back down. Let's, I'm gonna go through the vinyasa flow, but I actually want to come into some one-legged stretches. You guys are pretty talented, so I'm gonna go for it with you guys. So we're gonna go for the first side. We're gonna get into a big quad stretch. So the first thing I'm gonna do is hold on to my leg loop, not the swing, but the leg loop with my right hand. So the knee is gonna point down towards the ground, yes, and roll over. Beautiful quad stretch. I know it's a little confusing. You can do it. So hold on with the other hand, because this is our anchor. So left hand grabs for the leg loop. I don't know how to get out there. This one, just reach forward. So hold on to the leg loop first. This one? No, this, yeah. So go back, hold on to the leg loop in the back. So we want to make sure we stabilize. So this would be a pigeon, or version of pigeon, right? It's kind of like dancing Shiva, but the other way around. And then we can extend if our legs are happy. Mark, it's okay to go like this. Okay, so we basically want the quad stretch. So try bringing it into the knee, it's totally okay. And then we can always press that away, right? Yeah, so there's a couple different options. But this is a big stretch, right? So we're really letting our, hips drop. And the more that you let your body drop, the deeper the stretch. So we find a capacity to relax into it. Amazing. Then when we're ready, we can come back. So I just press that away to get the deeper stretch. You don't have to, but watch the transition. Really slow with the knees. Pull one side in, and then I immediately go to second side. Yeah, this is advanced stuff. Hold on to your leg loops. It makes life a lot easier. Yeah, I promise. Cool. And then if you're ready to extend, or come into the knee. Yeah, don't be afraid to come into the knee. So we're looking for the quad stretch, and so we just let the hips drop. We're gonna try this on the ground next. I just wanted to show you the aerodynamic version. Hold on with both hands, Mark. So like this. So fingers pointing towards me. Yeah, there you go. Nice, and of course, we can come through all kinds of poses. I'm just gonna show you Supta Virasana from here. Only do it if you're feeling zany. You don't get extra points. But then from there, I just transition right back into my chillaxing. So let's just hang out and chillaxing for a minute. Good. It's a lot. Like I said, there's so many different variations. I like to give you a little buffet, a little sample of everything. So let's actually release right foot down. Extend the leg loop again to find the ankle on the left side. So sometimes grounding out the poses is really nice. So we're going this way, whichever way that is. The knee is a little bit easier, the ankle's a little bit harder. So just depends, or you could even spread it out. It's really great, since I made it. I love these, but you can actually spread it out over the whole leg, which is nice if you ever decide to wear shorts and it bothers the skin, you can always just spread it out. So there's a couple different variations. Okay, I'm just gonna use my little choo-choo here. So it's a wrist wrap. Turn my palm up towards the sky and then I grab. Yeah, so this is just helping to stabilize. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is a little core strengthening. There's a couple different versions. So I'm gonna lean back, right? So my heart points up towards the sky. I'm gonna pull the knee into my chest and just do a little knee touch. Knee touches, it's a new expression. So this is the easy version. And then the harder version is with a straight leg and come into the flat back toe touches. So we lean back the whole time. You can see how my anchor, my right hand is really helping me stabilize. So plank toe touches, 10 if you can. And to lift my hips, I'm pressing strongly my left ankle into the leg loop. Can you feel that? So we're engaged pretty much everywhere. And then we want to make sure that we're aiming for the toes and not the ankles, so we deepen in our hip flexor here. Yeah, so we make sure we bend in the hip flexor and not the waist. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to bring our foot up and hook it on the swing. Not the leg loop, the swing. There you go. That's the leg loop, Mark. I know it's tempting. But this is going to stretch the IT band. Drop the hips a lot. This is just called hook. just like the most amazing stretch ever. You can actually help this part of the body open just by giving it a little massage, because like that whole IT band hamstring connection, again, area really hard to stretch.
Did you make all this?
Yeah. Lots of free time now. Just creative life force energy pulsing through me. Yeah, I made up all the sequences, all the names. There's a whole teacher training, so it goes through like different stages. Really fun. Okay, so we're gonna release, come back down, just take a moment and pause. I'm gonna show you the same stretch we did before. It's a little bit harder on the knee, so let's pop up onto the bottom of the foot. Bend the knee and then turn it over. Hold on to the leg loop. It really helps to hold on. There we go. Leg loop, yeah, you got it. Nice deep breath. So we're getting the same quad stretch, but we don't have this intensity happening here, which just allows us to straighten the front leg. We can try splits. We don't have to come into splits. We're still good people. Not doing full splits, but you can just move towards the splits in this pose as well. It's just nice to be able to just kind of relax and pulse into the quad stretch. And of course I can hook my elbow and go a little bit deeper. There you go. It's really good if you bike a lot. This is like the biking pose. Yeah, hook, there you go. Beautiful. And this is, again, this is more the advanced stuff. We're kind of flying through things. I always just base it on your level and how far you're going. So, you know, there are more chill versions, but we're just kind of getting an example of how to use the swing. Now, to transition the second side, we're going to pull the knee into the chest, make sure the knee is happy, rotate around. There you go. Straighten both legs, come into floating Buddha. Take a pause here. Nice. Yep, you're going to let yourself float. Good. Really nice. Yeah, relax. So you're going to be feeling it behind your heart now. All that kind of stickiness that happens in the rhomboids and the traps is starting to release. But a little intense at first because you're getting deep, deep myofascial massage. Okay, so now we're going to go with the left knee in. Release the leg loop, nice and slow, round it out. I first find my choo-choo. So I do my palm up and then grab. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Wrist wrap. Okay. From here, let's just go right into our toe touches. We'll do the knee.